is me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 ounce. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this.
All right, man. All right. What the hell is going on, guys? What is going on? So we got a couple of
What's
you
up,
guys here.
guys?
How's it going? Yeah, man. All
Shit.
right. Guess we'll just hop right into this, man. What is going on, guys? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 121 of of Notorious Unscripted, man. If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how this show works. Every Monday, we're on here with Notorious Unscripted after Monday Night Raw, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here live with the news, man. So, with that, man, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Um, Jesus Christ, what? I was just about to redo that whole thing over. Okay, speaking of this, speaking of this past Friday's edition of the news, that is Sasha Banks appearing at Wrestle Kingdom 17, and William Regal officially being announced to have been gone from AEW. You guys can now watch
Yeah.
that on all platforms. That is episode 139. You guys can watch it on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, again, Friday, 4 p.m. Central, every Friday, right here for the news, right here on YouTube, man. So, yeah, man. If this is your first time watching and you guys have not got a chance, dude, I am all over the place today. This sucks. Good God. Um,
Dude.
Good God. Yes, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Sales Podcast merchandise, you can find all 8 of these beautiful designs live on the merch shop in more than just a t-shirt, man. Youth hoodies, youth t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, whatever you want, man. It is available on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this video, and it is in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So, with that, yes, all 8 of these beautiful designs, man. The flag design, the skyline design, the base logo, the best kept secrets to the IWC, the notorious scratch or glitch logo, whatever you prefer, the only community that matters, the uncrowned kings of the IWC, and the Christmas merch. All 8 of these beautiful designs, again, they are live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link again is at the top of the description of this video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. Not hard to find at all, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast. I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
It's going, man. It's going good, man. It's going good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Just waiting for the holidays, I guess, man. Just waiting, bro. Waiting for the new year to start and all that shit to happen. Everything, man. But I'm good, man. And like Durante always asks, man. He's not here yet. You, in the spirit of him not being here yet. How's life? How's family? Life's good. Family's good. How about everybody in chat? What about you, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. I'm good. As Durante always asks, man. As Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good, and yeah, man, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. Just waiting for the holiday season. Kind of, um, it's around that gift wrapping time. So I like wrapping
Yeah.
gifts around this time of year. It's one of my favorite things to do. I just like doing it. I have no idea why. I just like wrapping a gift. It just is satisfying to me. It's about that
Mhm.
time of year, man. And yeah, man. So yeah, just it's an exciting time for the podcast as we go into the new year. Especially you guys know we're trying to give you guys a couple specials around the new year, so it should be fun, man. It should be fun. And it's exciting, bro. So yeah, man. Yeah, but I'm good, man. I'm good, definitely. Um,
Right. Speaking of Christmas,
yep.
dude, I just realized I still haven't even gotten that Bray shirt yet.
Really?
It's still processing. Bro, when was the date that I ordered this shit?
Wow.
I might email them. What the hell was that? Order date on the 20th of November. What the fuck? Okay,
Yeah,
I gotta email
I
them.
Ben got mine.
What the fuck?
Or
I just
Santa.
really, man,
Santa
I gotta
got it.
email him. Yeah, bro, Santa emailing me. He said that shit gonna be a minute.
Fuck, apparently, man. Shit. So
Fuckers.
that's wild, man. That's wild.
That's
Um
fucked.
so man, yeah, usually sometimes it's good to email them cuz sometimes they'll do that. I've honestly never ran into that problem with WWE, but this is Fanatics, so I don't really know how they work cuz
Yeah.
the old WWE shop, I mean, they would, things were,
They would get your shit.
yeah, I don't really like how Fanatics does it though, to be honest. Like
No, I really don't.
like they print a bunch of shit and then once it's gone until they
It's
like
just
print a
gone.
bunch more. I don't like that. Just that's not the way of the world
Just print.
nowadays. Just print on demand,
Exactly. Unless it's like a CM Punk or something, you just want to print a bunch in advance. Just print on demand, bro. What the hell? That's annoying as fuck.
Well, yeah, 100%.
Fanatics.
Yeah, because I know
Fucking fanatics, bro.
when we got my Bray Wyatt hoodie, we had, by the time we got it, it said well, what the hell did it say? It was like only 6 left in stock. Like, okay, make more. Like what? What the?
Yeah. Just when someone presses order, you make it. Like what?
Yeah, pro wrestling tees, man. They were really some pioneers of their game, bro. They really were.
They've been doing it, man. They've been doing it, man. They really have been.
Yeah, and that's also how you just don't waste a lot of money. I mean, why would you make fucking 10,000 Carmella shirts? You know what I mean? You're probably not gonna
that's what I was
fucking
thinking.
sell all of them. Like for the popular
No.
people, maybe it's nice in the beginning because you have a lot less work to do. But I mean, majority of the time, bro, you're probably just wasting time. So
No, exactly. Just wasting money.
yeah, don't make no sense, bro. Don't make no sense. But yeah, man. So AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, man.
Shit.
Man, this episode of AEW Dynamite was, from what I can remember, it was pretty good. There was a lot of great moments on the show. It definitely didn't feel as just stagnant as Monday Night Raw does at the moment.
Definitely.
100%. So we opened the show with this, we opened the show with, honestly, in my opinion, a huge logic gap. So we opened the show with the Dynamite Diamond Casino Battle Royal Ring, or whatever the fuck it's called. The Dynamite Diamond Ring. We opened the show with the match for that, and I thought everybody thought that the winner of this match got the Dynamite Diamond.
Yeah.
Apparently
I
not.
guess not.
Apparently the winner of this match goes on to face MJF next week at Winter is Coming for the Dynamite Diamond, and coincidentally enough, the guy who wins the match is the same guy who faces Max next week for the AEW Championship. So it didn't make any sense to me, because in the end of this match was all right. It just had a bunch of ROH guys. It had fucking Brian Cage and Dustin Rhodes and Dalton Castle in there, a bunch of those guys. In the end, it was Ethan Page and Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy kept doing this weird thing where, like, he would, like, get mad at Ethan Page because Ethan Page was trying to make him beat up the baby faces, and then he would, like, snap into Broken Matt and then just start beating up the baby faces anyway. It was really Stop having these guys write their own fight. I don't know what the hell is going on here, bro. This is just weird.
Shit. Not like this. Not to this level.
Like,
Don't
what
let
is
them do shit like this?
Like, what is going on, bro? He's just snapping and, like, beating up baby faces? Is that his thing? Or It's just mad weird. So, you know, Ethan Page went to go taunt. He was looking down the hard cam, and you know he thought Matt Hardy was throwing Ricky Starks over the top. Ricky Starks ended up throwing Matt over instead. Ethan Page then grabs him over his shoulder to go and dump him over the top rope. Ricky grabs the ropes and swings Ethan Page over as Ricky Starks wins the Dynamite Diamond. No, he didn't even win the ring. He won the Dynamite Diamond #1 contender battle royal
thing. Like, why? And plus, man, so he's just not gonna win it. If he's not gonna win the title, you could have gave him the ring tonight or Wednesday. That would have been great. I think he's the perfect person to have that diamond ring. It fits him so well, and you're just not gonna give it to him.
And you know the thing is, they've always gave MJF this ring as if you know, it's his own weapon, but they tried to like slot it into television to make it make sense why he wears it. Dude, you like at this point it's just always been MJF's weapon. Like, why didn't you just always have him just wear a pinky ring? You know what I mean? And that could have been his weapon. You know what I mean? That could have just been his sledgehammer, you know, to Triple H, or his bat to Sting. You know what I mean? Like it. But instead, they like tried to slot it into TV to make it look like other people could win it, but they can't because he's always had it and he's never losing that. So
just keep it on him. Just should have made it at least after like 3 years. Just it's permanent on him now. We'll do something else for people. Just have him win it permanently at this point. No point. Or just should have never made it. You should have made it a thing once. And then that was it. It was his for the rest of his life. That would have been better than what they're doing now.
Definitely. And, you know, I tweeted this out. So with this logic, MJF could have. So, for example, if Ethan Page would have won this match, what would have happened? Would MJF have to wrestle twice next week?
For some reason, like, why? Why do you have to wrestle for the ring? That's the whole point of the Battle Royal. And if he doesn't want to give it to you, just make another one. Like, I don't get it, man.
I don't know, man.
That's the only logic point I didn't like, but I like that Ricky won, obviously.
Absolutely.
I wish he actually would have won the thing.
Yes. So Starks is standing out in the ring after he won the match, and MJF comes out there and he, you know, gets on the mic and he starts talking to, you know, Ricky Starks. He starts making fun of Ricky. He starts making fun of the people, telling the people to shut up. As Ricky Starks is standing there, just looking pissed off because, you know, he just went through a match, and, you know, my God, we have came a long fucking way. We'll get to that in a minute, though, bro. But good Lord. So Max is on the mic and he starts making fun of Ricky Starks. He starts calling him a knockoff Dwayne. He starts calling him the Pebble, you know, the Rock, the Pebble. Yeah. So he pretty much just starts talking about how Ricky Starks is a fake star. He's never going to beat him, and he's never going to lose to a guy called the Pebble. You know, he's never, you know, just MJF shit. MJF shit. So Ricky Starks is standing in one corner of the ring, and he, for a minute, with Ricky Starks standing in the corner the way he did, there was a moment at the end of MJF's promo where he puts his hands up and he starts posing, and I swear I thought Ricky Starks was going to spear him and they weren't going to let Ricky get a word out. But this is one thing I love about MJF, and this is one thing I feel with MJF is going to work out so well in the long run for AEW, because he is a guy on their show that cares about the younger guys. And it's funny because he's
He
one.
does.
So he likes to take care of his friends, so to
His
speak,
yeah, his fellow younger guys.
which is so nice to see because I was listening to a Talk to Jericho yesterday with Lee Moriarty, and Jericho was talking about how he had never heard of Lee Moriarty, but 1 year ago when they were in Pittsburgh, the one guy who wouldn't shut up about Lee Moriarty was MJF. Because
That's crazy.
he wouldn't shut up about him. He thought he was so good, and he was so excited for him to get a shot. And I hear a lot of that with MJF and the younger guys, and it's really, really nice to see. Because like I said, MJF put his hands up and he was posing to the crowd after he got done cutting his promo. And I thought because Starks was standing in the corner, I had a feeling he was going to spear him, and that was going to be the end of it. But and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that they can be that stupid to not have Ricky Starks say anything, because essentially here we just have a 1 week build, and then we're going to get this match, and then it's going to be over with. You know what I mean? So this was your one chance, and man, they handled it perfectly to have Ricky Starks do something. And I feel so happy for him because he is a guy who's been on TV damn near begging for some fucking TV time for a long time. And the fact that he got his moment here standing next or across the ring from the AEW World Heavyweight Champion is incredible. It's incredible to me. And man, I love to see, this is what people love about AEW. This is the roots, the foundation of AEW. Not name the elite. It is your younger talent. You know what I mean? And watching two young guys blossom, two new faces blossom right in front of our very fucking faces is such an amazing thing to watch. And it's what we love about pro wrestling, really. That's really what we love about professional wrestling. So Ricky Starks goes, he just walks up to MJF, he gives him a shoulder bump, walks right past him, doesn't even grab his mic, and he wants his own mic, and he's standing in the corner. He starts off by calling MJF Maxi Pad, and this got the crowd going. So Ricky kind of paused his promo for a second, let the crowd eat it up. And they did. They ate this up. They were calling him Maxi Pad. MJF was selling the hell out of it. He's looking around all pissed off and stuff. So Ricky Starks tells MJF, that's very funny. You telling me that is very funny coming from a fifth-rate Roddy Piper. This pissed off MJF. Ricky Starks then goes in on the man. He starts talking about how MJF, when he didn't feel he was being done right, he left. And I was waiting. And this was the place of a younger guy to bring something like this up, to go in on MJF walking out because he wasn't getting his money and stuff like that. It wouldn't have sounded right coming from an older guy. It needed to be
more like shit on the younger guys.
Exactly. It needed to come from a younger guy who has been there and who has tried to, who has been there through AEW's rough time this year, and no better than Ricky Starks, to be 100% honest, bro. So Ricky Starks tells Max, I was here while you were off bitching and not wanting to wrestle because you didn't feel you were getting what you were paid. Meanwhile, I was here the whole summer busting my ass. And he was telling MJF about how he is entitled. And again, Ricky Starks has been here and just been busting his ass while MJF was sitting at home trying to be like a special attraction, you know what I mean, and trying not to wrestle and trying to get more money and feel like he's owed something. And my God, this promo was just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible by Ricky Starks. This was a lot of people. This is what a lot of people were saying was a real star making moment for
Oh
Ricky
yeah.
Starks and a star making promo. And man, oh man, it was that, bro. It was that he gets done cutting this promo on MJF, and MJF just kicks him in his balls, bro. He just gives him the low blow. He just kicks him, and Ricky Starks just dropped to his knees. MJF then backs up and goes to hit him with the Dynamite Diamond. Ricky blocks it, hits him with a spear. He legitimately speared MJF out of his shoes.
Oh
And
yeah. He literally, that shit was dope.
yeah, and MJF, grabbed his things and retreated. But before that, we got to see Ricky Starks holding the AEW World Championship, man. So it was
Hell yeah.
it was a cool thing to see. We've been seeing a lot of guys like hold it recently. Like I think we've seen. By no means do I want to see this on this guy specifically, but a couple months ago, we seen how the AEW World Championship looked on a guy like Sammy Guevara, and
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to see the
It's
younger
cool to
guys
see.
just hold it.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I really like that, man. I I can't wait till a little bit down the road when people like that can just win it, just doing good shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Darby. I can't wait to see Darby
Darby.
Allin
I
hold
want
it.
to see Darby. Bro, I swear to God, I really do, man. But that was an amazing promo, star
Fantastic.
making moment. That shit was heat, bro. I loved it. And crazy to think that I used to hate Ricky Starks, and now he's one of the best things on AEW television.
Yes, can we talk about that for a minute, dude? Dude, literally a year ago, I probably couldn't stand this dude. I probably
Hmm.
couldn't stand this fucking dude. And lo and behold, this year was really, it wasn't his breakout. So, and I think you guys are going to get a glimpse of this when we do our year-end awards, is there's a lot of people that were considered a breakout star last year that are still considered a breakout star this year, because essentially you're in wrestling, you break through like a couple of glass ceilings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I feel
gotta
like
break
there's
down
like
your
the
building.
yeah, I feel like there's like the introduction breakout, and then there's the breakout year that you have in terms of like your championships and stuff like that, and like
Exactly.
you know finally getting opportunities that should have always gotten. But dude, in terms of like an introduction this year, 110%.
Oh,
Maybe this wasn't Ricky Starks's breakout year in terms of championships and stuff like that, but in terms of showing both of
your
us
potential.
his potential
Hmm.
and what he can do, oh my God,
He broke
it
out.
is he broke out. He really did that stuff. Some of his stuff with Will Hobbs, those two as heels, dude. It doesn't get much better than that,
That
man.
shit was fire. Hmm.
Yes, they were absolutely fantastic. I would have really liked to see them hold the AEW Tag Team Championships with some point in the year, but
I
obviously
really
that never
would
ended
have.
up happening. But still, man, I mean it was just great, bro. It was really great.
They would
Uh
have been the perfect person to take him from acclaimed.
yeah. Yeah,
The
no doubt.
perfect heel group.
No doubt, um especially if the direction you are going with FTR is if there is a possibility of them going back to WWE, we don't. As of now, it's just rumors. But if that does ever accumulate to something, um, they would be no better. They would be no better to take the
No,
belts. To take the belts from them. But even at where we're at the end, at the point of the end of this show, we don't even know where FTR stands, man. And then what happened at Final Battle, which
hmm,
was which was a pretty decent show, if I may say myself.
hell yeah.
I don't know, man. It's interesting. It's interesting as hell to see what's gonna happen, bro. But man, the next match, The next match on Dynamite tonight, last Wednesday rather, was the TNT Championship match. It was
Oh,
Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin.
that shit was flames.
Bro, isn't it just so amazing what can happen when you put two people in the ring that you care about?
Like, look at that. It's
Man,
awesome. It was great. And those two styles matched so perfectly for that match, bruh. That
did
shit was fire.
you
Darby was
see
just tossing himself happily.
that news notification?
Bruh, I read it earlier. That shit funny as hell. So what it was it's a shot from far away, so you can't see his face, but you like know it's him. I guess some production guy just put that in there, didn't even know it was him.
Tribute to the hero. Anyway, so so
What a tribute fucking thing.
good God, bro.
That's horrible, bro. That's hilarious.
Jesus. Bro, we talked about this on Friday, man, but we talked about in WWE how we see a lot of matches that we don't care about. Here, not the case, bro. Here, not the case whatsoever. Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin. These are two guys that people care about. These are two guys that people are invested in. People love Darby Allin. Samoa Joe is just a legend through his whole career, you know, so he's Joe's just goated at this point. Everybody loves Samoa Joe. And man, it's just a really, 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 really nice thing to see, bro. When you just have, again, two guys who you just who everybody cares about in the ring with each other, and it just makes for a great exhibition match. You don't have one guy where you're like, I want to see him win, and I don't really care to see. I mean, everybody knew Darby Allin wasn't going to win, but it
Yeah,
makes for interesting television because it's two people that people care about again, and
exactly.
it just makes for just great television. It really does, and it showed.
It really did, man. That was really good. And I really like that a lot, bro. That's the shit I want to see on a weekly basis from all titles.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. So, yes, this was awesome, and not to mention, we didn't even get into the match yet, but bro, the contrast in styles here was beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
That
I
shit.
knew as soon as they announced this, Darby
Like,
Allenness and Samoa
yeah,
Joe just being just a bruiser. I knew this was going to be fire because we all know how Darby Allin is, and it showed here. He's
yeah, no
slamming
shit.
him on the concrete, ripping up the ring mats. He did the power bomb swinging spot where he swings him into the barricade and then he swings him back into the ring apron. Bro, so good. This was such a good match.
Brutal.
It was such a good contrast in styles, and man, if you need somebody, if you need to make somebody look good, if you need to make somebody look good, just put him in the ring with Darby Allin, bro. Look what he did for Samoa Joe here. This is why a lot of people wanted to see a babyface versus babyface feud during Wardlow's reign because Darby Allin would have made that Powerbomb Symphony look like $1,000,000.
He would have, bro, because that would have been perfect. The guy that doesn't give up, that'll do anything to his body to get to win, and the strong ass dude that'll do anything to his opponent that'll win. That's perfect. That's so
Literally.
perfect. And it's such a different challenge for Wardlow because he's always had, you know,
They just put
heels
him in the ring
ever
with
since he
big
turned.
guys.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Same shit with Brock.
And
I
Jay
hate when they
Lethal.
would put Roman. Oh God, like I hate when they would put like Brock and Roman and then Brock and Strowman. I would hate that shit.
Like,
All
bro,
his matches with the smaller guys were better because it's just a better dynamic.
1,000%.
And then
1,000%.
that fucking spot where fucking Darby Allin got sent like past the ring post
So,
and
yeah.
like right into the timekeepers
So,
area.
yeah.
That shit was brutal.
Yeah, so there was another spot where Darby's on the outside. He's standing on the ring apron and Samoa Joe's in the ring. Joe grabs his head, runs him down the whole ring, throws him into the ring post, and Darby Allin legitimately did like 3 spins before he
Mhm.
just smacked the fucking ground, and he flew so far he was legitimately half of his body was under the timekeeper's table.
That shit was nuts. That shit was brutal as hell.
Samoa Joe just looked like an absolute beast here. I mean, him giving Darby out. There was another spot where he gave him like a um he gave him a big boot, and Darby Allin like damn near backflip sold it. I mean, literally everything Samoa Joe did in this match was made to look like $1,000. I mean, it just looked incredible, bro. And Darby Allin got his little bit of offense in here too, but this match was mainly to make Samoa Joe look like a beast. So
Hell yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's just so many opportunities in Wardlow's reign that are just missed, bro. And Darby Allin is the first one that comes to mind. I mean, babyface versus babyface, and you had the perfect kind of something for All Out. You had the perfect kind of um recipe with
Mhm.
Darby Allin kind of moving away from Sting after All Out. If you would have maybe just moved that like a month sooner or 2 months sooner of him wanting to get away from Sting to prove himself, and the way he wants to prove himself is recapturing his TNT championship, because
Mhm.
maybe it don't sit right with him how he lost it. You know what I mean, to Miro. Maybe it just doesn't sit right with him, so he wants to get it back. And then you just do a nice babyface versus babyface feud that culminates at All Out with just a great match with 2 of AEW's
Right.
biggest future stars,
Future stars. Exactly.
and it would have made for a great match. And this showed here in this match for
Oh
Samoa Joe.
yeah. It really would have, bro. That should have been so perfect, man. But this match was great, man, and it just proves our point of not only important people versus important people, but that's what they should have done with the TNT title with Wardlow. Shit like this.
Absolutely. And it also goes to just show how fantastic Darby Allin is. I mean,
Mhm.
we always say this about Seth, but and I genuinely say this in general. I've always said this when it comes to wrestling, like, you're good if you can make yourself look good, but you are great if you can make
Oh yeah.
other people look good and
Hell yeah,
yourself,
bro.
you know.
Truly, bro. Truly.
Yeah, I mean, just incredible stuff here. By the end of this match, Darby Allin was so beaten. He barely moved after Samoa Joe gave him that corner Uranagi spot. I mean,
Hmm.
man just hit the ground like he was dead. I was like, damn. So Joe gets him on the top rope to go for the muscle buster. Darby Allin gets him on the ground, goes for the coffin drop. Samoa Joe, mid-air, catches him off the coffin drop with a coquina clutch, and Darby Allin fades to black, and he passes out, man. And Samoa Joe wins, and he keeps his TNT title in honestly, one of the matches on Dynamite I appreciate most out of the year.
Oh, man.
I don't see a lot of people saying that, but I'm saying it here, man. This was I genuinely appreciate a good match like this, and it had every component, and on top of all of that, it had 2 people that I genuinely care to see in the ring, not one guy versus another guy that I can give 2 fucks about. So, um
Exactly. This is what I want to see more of.
100%, 100%, man. This again was absolutely fantastic, man, and it just goes to show how good Darby Allin is at making you know, himself and others look better. And man, I really appreciated this match in every aspect. And then to make it even worse for Darby Allin, after the match, Darby Allin's still standing and he still wants a fight after Samoa Joe just clobbered him. Um He's still standing and he still wants to fight. He pushes Samoa Joe. Joe just walks right up to him and gives him a headbutt. And then Samoa Joe grabs his skateboard. He grabs Darby Allin and muscle busters him on the skateboard wheels.
Oh,
Ow.
fucking Darby, man.
What is
Dude's a
wrong with
different
this
type of
guy?
beast. Dude, shit's something wrong with this man. Good God.
Ugh.
Those
Yeah.
things are like cement. Like some type of like hard cement. Or like a super hard plastic. Those things are so hard. Hell no.
Ugh.
Fuck that shit.
God bless, bro. God bless. I mean, that just looked awful, man. That look. I mean, that looked great, but it looked awful for Darby Allin's sake. I mean, Jesus. So Samoa Joe then puts Darby Allin in the coquina clutch after he just did that to him. And speak of the devil, Wardlow comes out. Samoa Joe gets out of the ring. Wardlow just punt kicks the Ring of Honor TV Championship out of the ring, as if that is one of the best foreshadowings I've ever seen, as to what that title means. Wardlow don't even give no fuck about ROH.
You know you don't give no shit. That's amazing. Bro, kick the fuck out of that shit.
Yeah, so Wardlow comes out and he chases off Samoa Joe, and yeah, that was it. I don't know why they didn't do Wardlow versus Samoa Joe at Final Battle. Instead, they just put Juice Robinson in that spot. I don't know what the fuck he has to do with this storyline, but whatever.
Got a match.
He literally did. He just got a match, and stuff like that just doesn't make much sense because, you know, if you're AEW, I don't believe they have anything for Winter is Coming, at least on their main you know, promotional work for it. I don't believe there's a TNT title match. Let me see really quick. Winter is Coming. Yeah, I mean, the main things that are promoted for the show is Starks and MJF, Ruby Soho and Ty Mello, and the House of Black in action, and the Elite versus Death Triangle match 4. So I don't understand if you're not putting these things on, you know, an AEW pay-per-view, you know, throw it on the ROH show, especially if it fits your time frame and where you're going with the storyline, because I guarantee you a lot of people would rather see Samoa Joe and Wardlow versus Samoa Joe and Juice Robinson.
Exactly, bro. Bro's employed, and we don't even feel like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, after this, it looks like we got, after this, Kip Sabian was talking to Orange Cassidy, and it looks as if he wanted a championship match, but that ended up accumulating to an open challenge, that was then answered by Trent Seven. So we all know about that, and it really was, man. I really miss seeing Trent Seven, bro. He was great.
He's great, man. He's fucking great.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, man. So the next match was Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. This was supposed to be the last time we see Claudio in the BCC. The whole thing here, you know, he had the match against Jericho that Saturday, so man, he had the thing against Jericho Saturday, so yeah, if he would have lost that, he would have been the newest member of the JAS.
He got his bucket hat.
Man, I will say, where has the steam for Daniel Garcia went.
Bro, where has he been? They ain't
He
been doing
was
nothing.
mad over.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I mean, people still like him. Obviously, we still love Daniel Garcia here, but
They gotta pick up
Jesus,
that pace. Because
Jesus,
you can't
bro.
let momentum die out like that.
It's almost like what they
Look,
did with
it's
Wheeler.
Wardlow. Yeah, exactly. You just can't. You just gotta keep up with it.
Yeah, I mean, he ended up losing his title. And I don't think that will hurt him. I don't think that will hurt
No.
him, but it's good for Wheeler. It's good for Wheeler, and like I said, it doesn't really hurt Danny Garcia because he is great,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really bury him unless you're doing something that's really a stretch to do, but it's interesting, man. It's really interesting. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It almost said, hey,
What's up?
what's up, Bill? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. She says
That
she's
sucks.
sick, man. So everybody wish Belle a healthy recovery, man. Being sick sucks, bro. All I can
Dude,
say
that
is
shit's the worst.
TK needs to stop cooling people down, and it's gonna be a long
Mhm.
road to the Rumble. Oh
Dude, I'm
my
telling
God.
you. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you couldn't be
It's
any
gonna be
more correct, bro.
like a good 8, 9 boring ass episodes of Raw until then.
Dude, I think so. We got one, two, three, 4, 5, 6 episodes of Monday Night Raw until, and honestly, bro, most of those might be taped because it's Christmas and then it's New Year's. So, you heard that? Did you hear that Brock Lesnar news, man, at WrestleMania?
I did.
Cool. We'll
Which
talk about that on
that match
Friday.
sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But I think I would like the other match just for the sake of him more.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll talk about it on Friday.
Definitely, bro. So, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. It's real weird, bro. It's real weird. It seems like they've cooled. It seems like they've cooled Daniel Garcia down, like Bell's mentioning here, and as we were talking about too, man. It's interesting, bro. It's really interesting because I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what died out.
I know.
I don't know, man. It's always so weird in AEW because 9 times out of 10, it's almost like never the person's fault. It's literally just mishandling of their booking.
Literally. That's what it is. It's just them fucking up and just doing the wrong feud. It's always that. They always do the wrong feud after somebody's hot. And I feel like they're gonna do it to Starks too. Which I hope they don't, but you know their pattern.
Definitely. Yeah, it's or look at FTR. Look at FTR, man.
Exactly.
They were hot all summer and then they proceeded to do, I couldn't even tell you what they did all summer, to be honest.
Matches. Random matches. That was it.
Yeah, and then with Daniel Garcia, to be honest, it almost seemed like Sammy Guevara took his role back and they started giving him a lot of these matches that they were giving to Garcia. Real weird.
Definitely. I don't like that. Especially not for Guevara.
Yeah,
fucking guy.
and especially with Tony Khan saying, I don't think everybody needs to have a year long run on television and how he likes the revolving door. Dude, the thing about Tony Khan's revolving door is there's no poetry involved in it.
No,
It's just abrupt. It's just this person's having a great run and then all of a sudden they just not there the one week and then they're not there the next week, and then they're not there the next week. Like, dude, write them off television or something.
Give them a story, let them complete the story, and then they could go and go
Yeah.
away for a couple weeks, and then they could come back and start a new one. And while they're gone, this other person started their story, and at the end of their story, they leave. You can't just do it. You gotta have a reason, a goal.
Look at Miro, for example.
Mhm.
Miro was brought back in that Coliseum show, that MJF, the Kia Coliseum show, or the LA Forum, whatever the hell it's called. Miro was brought back on that show against John Morrison, Johnny Elite, or whatever the hell his name is, and he comes back. People are excited about it, and then he just dips, and it's like, where, like, just for us to find out creative has nothing for him. Like, where was the, like, where, like, what, like, where was your thought process in that? Like, why'd you bring him back?
Exactly, bruh.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I
I
don't know.
hate that pattern, bro. I really do.
I really do, man. Bell says I think it might pick up again in the new year, but till the year is out at least. Definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could see Triple H wanting to, because I believe those New Year's shows are live, so I could see him wanting to do a little something for those shows to kind of give
Yeah.
him some oomph to them. But man, as for this month, dude, golly, that is it, you know, the
Yeah.
the two Raws deep that were into this Royal Rumble season, the two Raws following Survivor Series, whew,
Mm.
they have
Oof.
been
Good
rough,
lord.
bro. They have been rough.
Mhm.
And Durante's here, man. He says, "How are we doing today?" I'm good, man. I'm good. And what
I'm
about
good,
yourself?
man.
Um,
Shit.
Bell says, "Think of the Acclaim. They were the hottest act in wrestling before Sami Zayn, and now they're not there anymore. I feel like they're being cooled down. BCC was the hottest stable before the Bloodline, dude.
Bro, exactly.
They man, when they first got together, they were such a hot act. They were such a hot act,
That
and
shit was flying.
it definitely seems like they have been cooled down a lot, a lot. And the Acclaimed,
Oh yeah.
as for
They're
the
they're not
Acclaim,
as bad.
no, I don't see it being that bad yet, to be honest.
Feel like it might get there, sadly, but so far the crowd's been keeping up with it, which is good.
Definitely, bro.
They
Because
need to get up in an actual feud, though.
100%, 100%. They and I definitely see where your concern comes from, being that they are being teased to be in a feud with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal
Come
in
on,
that
bro.
group, bruh. Don't do that. Just do not. I
Just
mean,
don't.
unless you want to ruin them, do not do that.
Exactly.
Because that is no good for anybody. That didn't help. That has helped nobody that they've been in a feud with. They are WWE mid card purgatory in AEW. That is the most WWE mid card act I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, bro, it really is, bro. It really fucking is.
I mean, golly. Yeah, horrible, bro. Horrible. Um, so yeah, so this tag match, they were telling Claudio that if he when he loses to Chris Jericho, they're gonna put another hat on him, and he's gonna be a team with Jake Hager again, and they're gonna be called the Hat Trick. And Jake Hager, when he entered the match, he pulled out another bucket hat, and he threw it to Claudio. And Claudio just acted like he was going to put it on, and then I think he ended up throwing it away. But, dude,
Why? What? Like, I get that's his JAS gimmick, is the hat. Why are you making it so prominent, though? I want to see Garcia more than I want to see this dude's fucking hat. I don't even hate the gimmick.
I know.
I don't. I don't give a shit. But it's like, why are you putting it so much in our face? Just
If it's
if it was in the back. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say the reason the gimmick will piss me off is if it's in title situations, like when he faced Orange Cassidy.
Exactly.
You know, I have a problem with it. But at the end of the day, Jake Hager is a background player in this faction, and he's the heater, and he's damn good at it. And I just don't understand why he couldn't just be the heater. I mean, he's an
Yeah.
MMA fighter. You know, I believe he's won all of his fights. I know he only had two, but he won all of them. Like and even if he didn't win any, I mean, he's a legitimate MMA fighter, and he's just a good fucking heater. I don't know why like with Chris Jericho, he is solid as fuck. Everybody's got to say that
Oh yeah.
about. Jake Hager may not be the most technically sound or most high
No.
flying dude, in the business, but I mean, at the end of the
fucking red arrows.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like when it comes to Chris Jericho, he has been solid as hell throughout his whole run for being Chris's heater, and it makes sense. I don't know why we got to give him a weird gimmick that, I mean, like nobody else really in the JAS has a weird sports entertaining gimmick except for him. I mean,
No.
the other one, I
Exactly.
mean, Sammy Guevara is still Sammy Guevara. Daniel Garcia is still Daniel Garcia. Matt Menard and Angelo Parker are just almost there. It feels like they're themselves just turned up to a 10,
Yeah, exactly.
and then there's Jake Hager, who for whatever fucking reason has the gimmick of a purple hat. How is that? How does that make your character interesting or better?
No, exactly. Like, if they really want to play up to the joke, make him the generic MMA guy as the joke. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
a fucking purple bucket hat. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I just don't like how prominent it is. That's what I don't like. I
Mm-hmm.
don't give a shit about the gimmick. I'll laugh at it if it's in the background. It's not bad. I've seen worse. I'd rather
Yeah.
watch his purple hat than
Then
Danhausen. I'll tell you
scripts.
that. Oh my god. I would watch paint dry than fucking scripts. Um,
Me
but
too. I'll be fucking sitting
but
right
like,
next to you, staring at the
dude, I'm telling
fucking
you.
wall.
But it's the prominence, man. That's what kills us.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%. The fuck, Durante. Why did I just peep those RVD jokes? I don't know if he's hanging out with RVD, man, because I heard WWE's not I heard
Yeah, they don't test for weed no more.
yeah, I heard they don't test for marijuana anymore, man. So I don't know what Matt Riddle, I don't know what he's getting himself into, man, but I don't think it's very good. Prayers to him, man. I heard he's going to rehab, man, so I hope he gets right,
I hope
man.
he's working. Mm, definitely, man.
Hat trick, like 3 goals a footballer makes in football. Yeah. Yeah, so
Wow.
mhm. Yeah, I
Yeah, bro,
believe
give that fucking gimmick to a gimmick guy, to a British guy.
yeah,
Like, not.
I believe it's the same way in hockey as well, but I know Claudio's a big
Mm,
football fan, not
nah.
American football, but soccer, he's a
Mm,
big soccer guy. So, yeah, man. Um, so I don't know, man. I don't know. It's I don't know what the fuck I'm laughing at, bro. So, but
swear to God.
yes, but yeah, but I believe he's a big soccer fan or football, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, yeah, that would have been a fucking nightmare. That would have been a fucking
That
nightmare.
would have been horrible.
It really would have. So, Tony Schiavone comes in the ring and he says, Mr. Regal has a message for you guys. And there's no Bryan Danielson there because later in the day they said he stayed in the hospital with William Regal and he's been there ever since last week. I do not know if William Regal's in the hospital. I think Daniel Bryan may have been drugged back to Connecticut. So we need to find out his
Like, what were
whereabouts.
you thinking? I was
Yeah.
gonna say, how long you gotta stay in the hospital for, dog? What the hell?
Bro got
You ain't
kids and
killed him,
everything. He just dipped. He just dipped for
bro.
Mr. Regal. He's really gonna
Just
slide
stayed
for
in
Mr.
the hospital
Regal.
for a week, bro. I swear to God,
God damn,
all
bro.
that week.
You got a
You
wife,
ain't gonna go
2
shower?
kids. I mean, what the fuck? Bro,
Yeah,
just
I hope you got a shower there. Holy shit.
I hope so, bro. I think they do in hospital rooms, but
Yeah, you know they do. But like, bruh, you ain't got no bags. I know you only packed for like 3 days at the most.
honestly, and the way he left Dynamite, he was literally in his gear.
Yeah,
He
you're just at the hospital in your gear.
he was in it. He just had his wrestling gear on and shorts to go over his trunks, and that was it.
That's funny as hell, bruh.
I
Bro
don't
went in the
know.
hospital for a week.
Hey, I don't know what's up with that, man. It's interesting, bro. It's definitely interesting. But so Tony Schiavone says, you guys, William Regal wanted me to show you guys this. So Regal is on, they're standing in the backstage area, and he tells Tony Schiavone, you are the only person I trust to take this interview. And then he points at the cameraman and he says his name specifically, and he says, and you're the only person that I trust to film this. So he tells Tony Schiavone, he says, it sucks that I have to stand up here and do this, knowing what I did. He says, and the only way you guys are going to see this is if something really, really bad happens to me. So he then goes on to say, I gave MJF what he wanted, and then he brings up the old phrase of be careful what you wish for, because he wanted to be world champion so bad, and now he has everybody going after him. And he says the reason that he did what he did is because he needed to show those guys that they did not need him anymore, and that they alone can teach Wheeler, and I love the emphasis on this, to teach Wheeler to be the best professional wrestler, because he knows that they can, and they do not need him there anymore. And he says, so the reason I did what I did is to teach you guys the last and most valuable lesson I could have ever taught you, is to always be one step ahead and to keep eyes in the back of your head. He says, mates, it's been emotional. And he walks away.
Damn.
So fucking sad, bro. So
That
sad.
shit was, bro.
Man,
That shit was sad as hell.
I was like, wow. Oh, that was the other thing he said. He said, before he said, always stay one step ahead and keep eyes in the back of your head, he said, he is Blackpool Combat Club for life. And I love that.
Hey,
I love
that's
that.
hard as hell.
I love that the group is still together, and it seems after Final Battle they are stronger than ever. And I love that. And if they knew Regal was leaving, I really like that direction for the story. To have these guys almost be going through a crisis in the group, to then have them become stronger than ever again. I think that's what people want to see for the group, because the group is way too fucking popular to break up. Plain and simple.
It's too good. It's too cool. That logo's too good. They gotta keep it together, and I love that they are, man. I love the way they did it, man. And they wrapped everything up nicely, man. Last week we were talking about like how
Was
you
this the
weren't that
right way to
happy that
end it? Yeah,
exactly, and they ended up doing it really right. They closed all the ends. Now could they have done it a little even better? Yeah,
absolutely.
but this was I am perfectly fine with the way this ended, man. It's sad. I don't want it to end like this, but it's gotta end. So this is awesome. I can say I'm satisfied with the ending of
Me
William
too.
Regal and them,
Me too.
which is something I'm glad I could say.
I really can. And what made it all that much more important was John Moxley, of all people, grabs the mic, and He talked not really in any resentment to Mr. Regal at all. He talked like he understood what was going on,
Mm-hmm.
because he is another one that Regal specifically brought up. He said, I'm going to say this specifically to Jon Moxley, and I know he will understand it. And then he went on to say something. I can't remember what exactly it was. It was something that I said, though. I just can't remember the placement of it. But it was specifically aimed at Moxley. You know, I think it might have been about them teaching Wheeler to be the greatest professional wrestler or something like that. And Moxley grabbed the mic and, in no resentment to William Regal whatsoever, talked about how there is no group in this business that loves professional wrestling more than them, more than the Blackpool Combat
Mm-hmm.
Club. So that was pretty much what that was about. And then he just promoted Final Battle, said how Saturday night is going to be the end of the BCC versus the JAS. And fantastic, bro. Fantastic.
Oh
And
yeah.
I really, you know, Danielson wasn't there, but it also could have been for a personal reason.
Yeah.
But I hope him being there doesn't play a factor in, because I know you mentioned something about you were thinking that Danielson would turn on them.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope we don't see that. I think that's a huge
No,
waste.
I hope not.
Mhm.
But if anybody in that group is turning, it's Danielson. And that's kind of what they teased. So, I hope not yet, at least. I'm cool with it in
How did
maybe
they
a
tease
year's
it?
time. By telling Regal Regal telling them that they gotta watch their back.
Gotcha.
He said like there's always a snake in the world or something like that. And he didn't say that, but he used to mention it like watch your back because someone else can turn at any moment, and someone might,
Mhm.
someone really might. And if it's anybody, it's Danielson.
Definitely. Definitely. But man, I really, really, really would not like to see that, as much
No,
as I enjoyed Danielson as a babyface and the Blackpool Combat Club, or sorry, as much as I enjoyed Danielson as a heel and the Blackpool Combat Club, you don't necessarily you don't necessarily need to you don't necessarily need to and they're not babyface. Like, they're baby
no,
faces for crowd reaction, and they're baby faces. They're just baby faces because they're not heels, you know.
exactly.
But they're badass baby faces. They don't really. He's not smiling at the crowd and waving his hands up and down, saying yes. I mean,
They're
you
just
know,
honorable.
yeah. Yeah, and I think it's worked, man. I think it's worked. Even though, like I said, I did love me some heel Danielson. Um,
Hmm.
I will say though, man, I know the WWE stuff. The popular opinion is to say that you like Daniel Bryan more than Bryan Danielson. Not me, bro. And I believe you too as
Oh,
well. I love me
yeah,
some Bryan
100%.
Danielson way more.
I do, bro. I like his feel. I like the way he acts. I like it all, man. And
Yes.
that theme song bumps. I love that
Yeah.
fucking song.
Oh yeah.
That shit's flames.
Yes, I love his presentation more. I love his in-ring style.
Mhm.
Like, you don't realize it at the time, but his in-ring style in WWE, I mean, it was great, but compared to his
Yeah,
AEW run, it was almost pussified.
held back. Exactly, bro. They make him hold back for no reason.
Mm-hmm. No question. No question, bro. So, oh God. In the next match, we got fucking Jade Cargill and the Baddies versus Sky Blue, Madison Rain, and Jade's ex baddie, Kiera Hogan.
Just cut it.
Bro.
Just cut it, bro.
Oh my fucking God, bro. What in the blue hell? Dude,
I'm telling you,
who wants to see this, bruh? Who the hell?
nobody.
Uh, this match, this match, dude, this match literally lasts no more than 3 minutes. Jade Cargill Jade Cargill gets the easy pinfall victory over Madison Rayne. And like I said, this match started an hour and 28 minutes, an hour and 27 minutes into the show, and at the hour and 30 mark, it was done. This match was no more than 3 minutes, and this is somebody people genuinely consider to be one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. What?
The hell out of here. Just that squash match. That's all she does. Boring as hell.
Jade ain't it, bruh. Jade ain't it.
She
I
ain't.
mean, like I said, in the beginning of the year at Revolution, she had that, like, short but, like, actually solid match against Ty Conti, and it was good. It was good, and you can see improvements in her game. I genuinely have not felt that she's gotten better since then. I genuinely have not felt that there's much of any improvement since fucking March. And it is December.
March.
Get it off, bro. Get the fucking belt off of her. Get it on somebody that can actually provide us with good wrestling. Why the hell is there another women's championship to begin with? I hate when they
I've been saying that. Yeah,
I hate when they make belts just for people.
I hate it. It's so pointless.
Golly. Dude, I can't believe people compare Jade to Bianca and can keep up with her in the ring. Bianca would expose her so bad it's not even funny. 100%.
God, 100%. That should be hilarious.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm always giving Bianca crap because she's booked like John Cena. But honestly, at the end of the day, at least I know Bianca Belair can put on a banger. You know what I mean?
Exactly. She could put on a damn good match, and that's what matters, man.
Yes.
Because good lord.
And you know, when her character is being treated right, she's great. She's great, but the problem again with Bianca now is her character is just not being handled right. It feels kind of stale. But at the end of the day, you know, again, we give Bianca some shit on here, especially as of lately. But I mean, Jesus, at the end of the day, man, at least we know Bianca Belair got us when it comes to a banger. Because if she needs to give us one, she will. We know that. So, no.
Jade cannot.
There is absolutely no comparing her to Bianca Belair. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. So, yeah, that was that. And then after that, we got Britt Baker, or Saraya, talking to Tony Schiavone. In the back, and out came, or walked in, rather, Britt Baker. Britt Baker walked in here, man, and she is holding, my bad, did I just mess that all up? Was it Britt that walked in, or was it Saraya that walked in? I think it was Britt.
I think it was Britt.
Okay.
It was Britt.
So Britt walks in and she's holding an envelope. Yes, I was correct. Britt walks in and she's holding an envelope, and she tells Saraya, she says, you know, I have this envelope here, and it is an open contract for January 11th, which is when we will finally see Game 7 of this Best of 7 series, all the way in January. So January 11th, she is going to, she has an open contract, and she's going to give it to Saraya for a tag team match. Herself and Jamie Hayter versus Saraya and whoever she can find to team with her. Well, so Saraya takes the contract and, you know, takes her up on the contract for January 11th at the Kia Coliseum, or the LA Forum, whatever the hell you want to call it, bro. Oh, man. Ugh.
Good lord.
So,
dude,
originally, I was very excited for this. Originally, I thought this was going to be incredible. I would then come to figure out that there is an ongoing rumor. I can't believe these words are about to come out of my mouth and pertains to AEW. Bro,
Dude, I swear.
the rumor is that Soraya's partner will not be Sasha Banks. Instead, it will be Alicia fucking Fox. And she will be going under the ring name of Vix. V-I-X. Oh my god,
Dude,
shoot me in the
she is
fucking
one of the
kneecap, bro.
worst.
What the hell?
The worst women's wrestlers I have ever seen. And Twitter loves her for some godforsaken reason.
I
And she
couldn't tell
is
you.
garbage to the bone.
I could not tell you why.
I hope it's
Dude,
not her, man.
I
I
swear,
pray.
I swear to God, bro. Uh, Tony Khan,
Don't
bro.
do it, dog.
If you make us wait a month, literally over a month, for Alicia Fox, shut
You're
it
done,
down,
bro.
bro. Shut it
You're the
down.
worst booking decision of the year at the start of the next year, bro. Come on, dog.
It will literally be January 11th. And you
You
will
already
make a
got
run.
fucking candidate.
And you will make a run for worst booking decision of the year.
Dude, I was hearing that a lot. All
Yes.
over Twitter, bro. Because apparently Tony Khan followed her or some shit. It was some random shit. Dude, I'm scared.
Horrible. I'm genuinely scared. I am genuinely scared.
I am.
Durante says, where the fuck did you hear that shit? So, nobody credible, but it's the ongoing rumor, and I just want to prepare you guys for the
Just in case.
utter hell we're going to have to go. Dude, and honestly, if you're making us wait a whole month for a television match, there's nobody that is going to pop that
Satisfy
crowd.
people.
Not named Sasha Banks, bro, or Mercedes Moné, Mercedes Vernado, whatever, bro. If Sasha Banks does not come through that curtain, oh man, get ready for some serious backlash. And what's gonna be fucked up about it this time? This guy has no excuses, bro, because he's going to have to sit on this for a month and say, we are going to send Alicia Fox out there in one of our biggest venues, LA, the LA Forum, historical arena. We are going to send Alicia Fox out there in the same building that Magic Johnson won fucking NBA championships in. Historic NBA moments in that arena. We are going to send Alicia Fox out there in front of the live crowd.
It better.
You got to be out of your
Better be Sasha.
Bro, you got to be off your fucking rocker if you think that's a good idea, dude. It needs to be Sasha Banks. It needs, and the last time they were at the LA Forum is when MJF did his pipe bomb. So actually, you know what? I think they might have went another time. No, I don't know. I think they went to a different part of LA. So
Yeah,
last
I think
time,
this is their first time in that arena.
So no, MJF. The MJF pipe bomb was in that arena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the last time you were there, you had a bunch of executives there. So I'm assuming those same executives are going to come out to see what's going on this time around. That is the last thing you need.
Last.
Is for Alicia Fox to walk through that fucking curtain. It needs to be Sasha Banks. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I swear to God, it better be. I swear to God.
So, in the main event, we have... well, I'll read Belle's comment before we get on. She says, if that happens, I'm officially putting NXT Women's Division, of all places, in my number 2 spot behind MJPW and Stardom. Golly, she
I
says,
swear, bro.
advice to TK. WWE had to announce that Becky Lynch was the mystery tag partner because they were scared she wouldn't get booed because she was not Sasha Banks. So y'all better announce that. If it's Alicia Fox and
Exactly.
you don't announce that,
You're getting booed. Her career already starts off as a dud.
Vix.
Not only do you hit, no, I was going to say you already did hit worst booking decision.
Man. Yeah. So, golly, bro, it needs to be Sasha fucking Banks. TK says Durante. Again, no if, ands, or buts. If bro,
I swear to God.
you guys are in for a funny ass unscripted if Alicia Fox walks through that fucking curtain, bro.
Oh, bro, I swear to God.
I'm saying that right now. So the main event of Dynamite, man, we got the Acclaimed versus FTR. This was a great one, man. This was a great one. This was a really, really good tag team match in the main event of Dynamite here. So good. So good. Another great match for the Acclaim this year. Another great match for FTR. And yeah, just another notch on FTR's belt for great matches this year. And great for the Acclaimed as well. Great for the Acclaimed as well. Another great tag team match to make them look like great professional wrestlers, man. However, they did get the roll-up victory. I would like to see FTR give them the nod, but I don't think we're quite there yet. I think the FTR will eventually, lose clean to them, or maybe they might beat them. But Max Caster ended up just barely getting out of this one for the Acclaimed as he rolled up Cash and kept the belts, man. So interesting.
Hell yeah.
Interesting way to end
Very
it. I don't really know how I feel about it. I don't know, man.
Definitely setting up more. But we'll
Definitely.
just have to see when the next one actually happens.
Definitely. And then we'll also have to wait and see kind of where they start going with the Acclaimed from now on. So
Exactly.
it's going to be interesting, man. Nonetheless, it's going to be interesting.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I'm excited but concerned at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. So yeah, that was AEW Dynamite, and then the only thing of note on Rampage, the only thing I cared enough to go back and take a look at was Takeshita versus John Moxley. What can I say, man? Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. It was fucking fantastic, as we all knew it would be. And yeah, man, so we actually got 2 pay-per-views over the weekend. We got ROH Final Battle, great show, and NXT Deadline, which I heard was a pretty good show, actually. I heard it was a pretty good show. I needed to bring this up because I've had it. Bro. Who the fuck is listening to our podcast? Who the hell sent the New Day down there to win the tag team championships after we literally just made fun a couple weeks ago how nobody wants to see them go down there and fight Pretty Deadly? What did they do?
And they went down there and they won. They fought Pretty Deadly and won. Good lord. How unoriginal. Now they really have nothing to do after this.
Wow.
That was your final excuse to keep them in this company. Now they've done literally everything.
Ooh. Bro,
literally everything.
did you see Isla Dawn making the...
Yep. Dude.
Shawn Michaels, bro.
It's giving WWE in the last year and a half has given the supernatural part of wrestling such a bad name, from Alexa to this shit. Now people just shit on that type of storytelling, and I hate that they're doing it because they get this such bad example of it. You make the ref bleed black blood out of his mouth or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
because Ilo's
He
gimmick is a
cursed.
witch.
Like, bro, what is that garbage? It's not even compelling. It's just, I am a witch. Spell. What? Like, even though it's dog shit, at least with the Danhausen curse thing, he just points his finger and they lose a match. It's simple. It's simple. It's something you could write off. But with this shit, it's she's a witch. What? She's no fucking witch.
Uh,
That's not what witches do. Ugh,
bro.
dude, horrible. I hate it.
You know what? Belle brings up a really fucking good point. I didn't even think about that. She says the reason the New Day won is because the pay-per-views for NXT are back on the road. So
They need
obviously they're
tickets.
yeah. So let's just go watch the New Day versus fucking uh, Damon Kemp and fucking I don't even know that some garbage tag team.
Fucking
No, I
no.
mean they got some good tag teams down there. I think the New Day will be able to work
Hold
with
their
the
own.
better ones down there. I think they'll be able
Mhm.
to work good with grizzled young veterans. I think that'd be awesome. And I also think they'd be able to work really good with the Creed brothers. I think that'd be solid as well. Pretty Deadly is not a bad team either. Gimmicks are a little weird, but overall they're not the worst thing ever. And yeah, like I said, Schism, or GYV, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're you know, uh, Zach Gibson and James Drake are fucking fantastic. So I think they'd be able to work well with some of the teams they got down there. I apologize for not knowing too much other tag teams down there, but you know,
No.
but yeah, it's I find it so funny. I find it so funny. We
Mhm.
literally just talked about that, and then they send the New Day down there to go in the tag titles. We literally just talked about how nobody wants to
That's
see that.
fucked. That's
Um,
funny as hell, bro.
Sad thing, that was a really good match before the point, and yes, I did watch Deadline because I was curious about the Iron Survivor match, which I like the match as a concept, actually. I heard it was pretty good. I heard it was
I
pretty
heard it was
good.
alright.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I heard it was pretty good. I don't really know how much I care to hear about Grayson Waller versus Braun Breaker at Vengeance Day. I would have went with your option, Bell, which was Mello. But honestly, to be
Mhm.
100% honest, I've been waiting for you to be in the chat again because I wanted to mention this to you because we were talking about this on Friday. But do you have Mello take the belt from Braun Breaker, or do you send Mello up before Braun Breaker? Because honestly, I think Mello's a little more ready than Braun, to be honest.
100%. I would say. I would say.
Mm, me too. Me too. I yeah, I think Mello. I mean, Mello's just way better than Braun. But if you call up Braun and have Mello beat him, I don't think Braun Breaker's as ready as Carmelo. I was literally just about to call him
No.
Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Hayes.
Exactly.
So I don't know, to be 100% honest, I would do the match WrestleMania weekend. I know people hate. I would have done it at Vengeance Day and had Braun lose WrestleMania weekend because from what I hear from people that watch NXT is and I can see the shit too, and I don't even watch NXT. It's just too much Breaker. It's just too much of
Mhm.
him as champ. But but it's interesting because I think I would have done Mello and Braun at Vengeance Day, had Mello lose, and then have Mello get called up after WrestleMania, and then I would have had Braun lose at the WrestleMania weekend show, and then maybe get called up in the draft, or something like
Yeah.
that. But I wouldn't put the where I'm going with this is I wouldn't put the NXT title on Mello. I know it'd be great for him to have because he could add his name to that list, but the thing with Mello, like I said, is I think Mello's way more ready than
That
honestly a lot
Breaker.
of people in
Most of 'em.
NXT.
Mhm.
So that's what I would do, man. That's what I would do.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. SmackDown. I think they're saving Mello versus Braun for Mania weekend. I would have him take the belt off him only because no one else makes sense. Then maybe a call up in the draft, and then maybe in the
Yeah.
draft have Mello get called up. Yeah, would you say you keep... What would you do with Braun? Would you call Braun up, or would you keep him down there?
Probably gotta keep him down there, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I think I'd keep
Yeah.
him down there.
Ah,
He's
man,
all right, but
he's alright, but
he's got a lot of
mid
work to
card
do.
at best.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that's just the truth. That's just the
I
harsh
hate to say
truth,
it, but
man.
it's how it is. Mid card at best. He'll face the Miz on the main roster, and that's about his cap,
Yeah, or he'll have a
at least
match
for a
with
while.
Gunther, and that'll be it. Two big
Gunther.
guys, and that'll
Yeah.
be about it, man. But SmackDown wasn't really nothing. It was more Ronda Rousey. Just I don't know how you regress so bad. I really didn't know there was such a thing. Golly,
Every week it gets worse and worse.
dude, it really does. Um, Hit Row got their vengeance on the Legatos and the Viking Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay. The Usos beat Sheamus and Butch for the tag titles. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler broke Shotzi's elbow. Or her hand or something.
God, that was one of the worst segments I've ever fucking seen.
Oh my, it was so fucking bad, dude. It was so fucking bad. LA Knight did a promo about Bray. He did a promo about Bray, talking about how Bray attacked him and he's trying to lie, and he is going by each individual time he's been attacked. How you can see what he was calling Bray's toys, or Uncle Howdy, as we know. Then he goes, you know what? I'm gonna just come back there and find you and fight you right now. He goes back there. He's walking.
Yeah.
He finds a room. He sees the shirt. The Bray Wyatt shirt, the one I wear, with the little moth logo on it. So he sees that in the back. And he says, "Huh, well, So he walks up to it. He walks up to the shirt, and the lights go off. And he turns his phone camera on, and he turns around, and staring right in his face is the Uncle Howdy mask, and the segment cut off. He was staring at Uncle Howdy with blue eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna
We've
say
seen
that,
an
the
Uncle
eye
Howdy
closed.
before with red eyes, so it's very, very interesting. Very interesting, man. What that means, what that could mean.
Wyatt, man. All the details matter when it comes to this man, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Just like it says in his theme song, man. The little details matter.
Mm-hmm.
Jey Uso tells Sami Zayn to spruce up because he's going to have a big night next week with Roman Reigns, and he thinks it's going to be a really big night for him. Are they really?
Slowly getting that. Exactly.
Are they
slowly getting that old Sammy back?
Are they really going to turn on Sami Zayn next week?
I don't know.
Real
I really
weird.
don't.
Real weird choice of words by Jey Uso here. I think it's going to be a big week for you next week. What else are you implying? Like, I don't know, man. Unless they made him another fucking t-shirt or something. I don't know.
I was saying, unless they fucking somehow legally changed his last name to Uso without his consent. I mean, I don't know what else you could do. What else is there to celebrate?
Interesting, bro. So he tells Sami
Very.
Zayn he needs to look nice for next week. he needs to trim his beard and trim his hair. Very, very interesting, bro. Very fucking interesting that we are, like Sir K just mentioned, bro, we are starting to see Sami Zayn go back to the old Sami Zayn look, and it's going to be interesting. Not next week at Elimination Chamber, because that's in Sami's hometown.
Yeah.
Well, that's the interesting thing, is the rumored match for the Elimination Chamber is Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. So, do they do the turn before? That's what's got me thinking. That's what's got me thinking, man. That's the
They
thing.
might, man. I hope not, but they might.
It is in Chicago, so if you did want to do it, there's really no better crowd that you're going to get a better reaction in front of. So that's the thing in terms of weekly TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just want to pay $300 for SmackDown tickets. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll never change. You'll catch me at a SmackDown when those things are like a fucking $100 at a pop.
Exactly.
So until then, no, hell no.
See you at Dynamite.
Yeah, absolutely. You just get more bang for your buck, no pun intended, but you really do.
Exactly,
you really do. You get to watch the Rampage. You get to watch you get to laugh at Dark. It's a good time, man. It's a good time. And then you got Dynamite, and then you got a merch table. Which, man, I miss pro wrestling tees, bro. I really do.
I really do. I really fucking do.
Yeah, seriously, it is truly heartbreaking. But regardless, oh, that was the other thing. Kurt Angle did his little milk truck segment, but we're not really going to talk too much about that. What really happened with Kurt Angle was
that's awesome.
He was in the back, and he's doing his birthday celebration party, and there was the party itself looked dry as hell. I mean, there was fucking Madcap Moss was there. Emma was there. I mean, generally speaking, the party looked dry as fuck. But the party was turned the fuck up when Kurt Angle received this child-looking card with a picture of him on it, and it had a heart around it and said #1 dad. And who was it, man? It was none other than Jason. It was Jason fucking Jordan, bro. That was
awesome.
So awesome to see. I miss Jason Jordan, bro. Jason Jordan. So I miss him in American Alpha, and I really want to see American Alpha back, but I really, really miss. I also really miss singles, fucking entitled Jason Jordan. Top tier comedy.
Bro thought he was so tough. Bro, that shit was hilarious.
Dude.
I loved it.
Dude, I will never forget. I was watching this Jason Jordan promo, and I was still in high school at the time, and I'm sitting in my fucking first period class, and he's doing this promo about how he's answering Roman Reigns' Intercontinental Open, and he's sitting there, and he's like, saying something along the lines of, this Monday, tonight, Roman, we're going to see whose yard it really is. And he's just looking in the camera, and he's trying to be so intimidating. And I remember teacher was giving her opening announcements at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, and I just fucking start busting up laughing because I couldn't fucking hold it in because the shit was just so funny. Jason Jordan was great, man. Bell said that was great, and it reminded me of how sad his career had to end. Yeah. So fucking sad, bro. So sad. I
swear, man, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That really is.
He's been out, man, for the same time as Paige has, man. So if the opportunity presented itself, if he wants to, I would be willing to welcome Jason Jordan back with open arms, man. He actually comes from really close to where me and Sir K grew up, and people like that are always an inspiration to us because being being, just being, just speaking from a personal standpoint, it is always, it always gives you hope. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Being, a kid growing up in the outside suburbs of Chicago, man, and seeing people that grew up so close to you, that made it, that made it out
Awesome.
of their middle class or whatever kind of lower class situation, and making something of yourself. It is so, I mean, I don't know how the fucking guy grew up, but it is so, it's so
Yeah,
crazy, and it's so inspiring to see. But it really
exactly.
is.
It
It
really
really
is.
is. Yes, so Jason Jordan comes from a town, probably from where I'm at, probably like a 10-minute drive, in First Arcade, probably like a
Mm-hmm.
5. So
Mm-hmm. It's
so
crazy.
it really is. It really is. And to me, that kind of stuff always speaks to me. So I've always had a little bit of bias towards
Uh,
Jason Jordan because of that, because he comes from so close to where we grew up. It's inspirational. It's very inspirational, man. Regardless, enough with the side stories, man. So Monday Night Raw opens. Eh, eh.
Speaking of Raw, bro, even though this is news, more
Mhm.
news, did you hear who debuted in the main event tapings tonight after the tapings of Raw?
I actually did not.
It's a bigger name, a name you didn't think would debut on main event tapings, and they changed her name. Want to guess who it is?
Oh no, she in NXT?
No, she's not from NXT.
Is
She's not from WWE. It's a debut.
Oh, she's from AEW.
Well, at one point, a long time ago.
Kylie Ray.
Guess what her name is now too?
Get
Debuted
out
on
of
main
here.
event. Mm-hmm. Debuted on main event taping as Brianna Ray. Career's done. Pack it in. Pack it fucking in. Brianna Ray. Main event taping. Debut. Apparently it's a real name, but it probably
Bro. Oh my dude.
main event tapings. Yep.
Dude, they, bruh, they do know her catchphrase, or her nickname was Smiley Kylie.
Yep. Kylie Ray. Brianna Ray. Main event. And she has the most generic trons in the world.
Well, damn. It Brianna Ray is one of those weird names I could see like growing after a while,
Or
but nothing will ever be as cool as Kylie Ray, because it went so cool, like
Kylie
Smiley
Ray.
Kylie.
Yeah. And on dude, in the video, from the crowd's perspective of this fan that's taping it, you just see tarps on the other side. I'm like, dude, come on.
Bruh, what the fuck? What?
Brianna Ray on main event.
So, actually, it's funny you bring that up, because now I'm gonna venture off here again. Kylie Ray is another one who literally comes from, again,
Yeah,
probably like 5 minutes from both of us, to be honest.
literally.
Her, the high school she went to was literally my high school's main rival. That is how close
Hmm.
Kylie Ray grew up to us. He's another
That's
one.
crazy.
It's insane. It is absolutely
Dude,
insane.
her, Jason Jordan, Ali, fucking Mr. Oak Park Mobster,
Ali was
all of them.
I know he was Homewood.
He was Homewood. Yep. That's crazy,
Homewood
dog.
Police. But
That's crazy.
honestly, he talked a lot about how he used to wrestle in Oak Forest.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That's
don't know where
crazy.
he's from exactly, but I know he was a police officer in Homewood, and I do know he said on an interview one time he used to wrestle all the time at the Oak Forest something, the Oak Forest Park District or some shit like that. But
Something.
um,
That's crazy, bro. All those guys are just so close. It's crazy.
really is. It really is. So wow, Kylie. Honestly,
I hope that's a placeholder.
I could see why Triple H saved her, being that
I could.
what happened with Tegan Knox.
Yeah, you kind of have to do it this way, but like, bruh, made him. And
It's
from
just
what I
kind of
see, the crowd's
sad.
popping. From
Yeah,
what I see, the crowd actually knows of her. So it's like,
good.
ugh.
Debut her. Why don't you debut her in Chicago? You'll be here Friday.
Dude, exactly. Everyone knows who she is over here. Come on.
Oh man,
It's, yeah,
it's really so sad we
bro,
never got to see her in
work out in AEW.
yes. I mean, she was the
She was gonna be there, Britt Baker.
yeah, she was. She was the
She
major
had that spot.
she was the major signing, man. And it sucks. For whatever reason things didn't work out there. It absolutely sucks, bro. It really does. Cuz she was
Hmm.
she was awesome. She was awesome. I know she was both of our
She
favorite
was.
AEW women. She was fucking
Oh,
great,
easily.
bro.
Oh, easily.
Smiley
Damn.
Kylie, man. I would have loved to see her work out in AEW. It really sucks. It really,
I,
really does.
I swear, man. I swear.
Horrible. Horrible, man. So, we open Raw with Alexa Bliss versus Bally. I hope this means she's on the right path in Kylie versus Bailey one day. Dude, so similar,
That
bro.
will be fire.
She would have literally
Hmm.
been AEW's Hugger Bailey.
She would have.
You know,
Exactly.
oh man, such a missed opportunity. But you know what? Regardless on the name, I'm so happy she got, she dealt
A
with.
main spot.
Yeah, I'm so
Hmm.
happy she dealt with all of her personal issues that made her want to leave AEW in the first place. I'm so happy she's kind of moved past all that and has, hopefully has conquered that, and she is ready for a main spot because she is so fucking talented. Although it sucks, that she's not gonna be Kylie Ray, she's not gonna be Smiley Kylie. I think it'll grow. I think it'll grow, and
Hmm.
everybody, yeah, hopefully that name works out, or maybe it will just be a placeholder. And man, that's just awesome. I'm so happy for her. That's
It's
awesome to hear.
crazy. Hell yeah. Hell
That's
yeah,
really
man.
crazy, man. That's really crazy. I'm very happy for her, man. So show opens up, Damage Control's doing their entrance, and before Alexa Bliss even came out, Becky Lynch attacked Dakota and Io, and then Alexa Bliss came out. They wrestled their match, and Alexa Bliss beat Bailey off of a distraction from Bianca Belair. Bianca, distracting Bailey, and Alexa Bliss was able to capitalize and hit the Twisted Piss on her and secure the victory, man. So Alexa Bliss is the number one contender for what I'm assuming is going to be the Royal Rumble, and we're going to have 6 weeks build, which normally would be shit, but when I tell you guys what happens next, I think this is going to get a whole lot more interesting.
Hmm.
So, Alexa Bliss and Bianca are standing in the ring. Bianca's standing with her back to the Tron. Bianca puts her hand out to shake Bliss's hand. Alexa Bliss shoves her hand down, opens her arms for the hug. You see Bray's logo flash on the screen. Alexa Bliss hugs her, turns her in Sister Abigail position. Bianca flips back up and pushes her off of her, and Alexa Bliss just snaps out of it and is like, "Whoa,
Love it.
what the fuck?" And
That shit's dope.
Alexa Bliss, all embarrassed, just kind of walks away. But dude, listen, Logan, I know you don't want to see Alexa Bliss with Bray Wyatt, but this shit about to be fire. I think we are finally
That
going
shit
to
is.
get what this pairing should have
It should have
always
been.
been.
Exactly. Good and consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Actually be together.
Yes, and I love
And
we
don't
got
fucking release the guy.
we got a we got a nice 6-week build, and it's gonna be a nice slow build, and it's gonna be nice,
Nice.
bro. It's gonna be nice, and
It'll
I'm
be nice.
enjoying it. I love. We all say, we've always said this. Me and Sir have always said this, because we are huge, black and gold fans, but less is more. So that's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why me and you
Keep
have
it
been.
simple.
Yes, keeping it simple, and that is why we are definitely in the boat of people that are appreciating this Bray Wyatt storyline, because there are already people
Oh, yeah.
that are giving up on it, and you suck. These are the same people. These are the same people that want good
Long-term
stories
booking.
told and long-term
Mhm.
booking. It's great.
Fucking idiots.
It's great. And so that was that. That was that, man. Next, we got AJ Styles defeating Chad Gable. Kind of just a lot of randomness matches on here.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Hey.
The Street Profits and Akira Tozawa lose to the Judgment Day.
Ugh.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that was that. Nothing really much more than that. Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis are up at the merch table, and before this, Candice was telling them, you need to do better things with your money. And Johnny says, you know what? You're right. Let's go to the merch stand. So they go to the merch stand, and Johnny Gargano says, I want everything. So he takes everything, and they start passing it out to the live crowd. They start passing out merch to the live crowd, and could you imagine being like a wrestling fan and they pass you like a fucking small t-shirt?
Like they passed me a fucking like triple XL. I'd be fucking pissed. I'd find some fucking fat ass, be like, hey bro, you trying to trade? You got something that can fit you.
That's
Ugh,
fucking fantastic,
I'd
bro.
be so pissed.
That
Or
is
if I was fucking
fantastic.
big as hell and they gave me a damn small, I'd be
Oh,
so
man.
angry.
Just, your typical wrestling fan, that fucking big motherfucker standing there, and he's got his arms in the air, and he grabs onto this shirt, man, and it's a fucking small. That would, oh man, that would be golden.
Dude, that would be hilarious. I would
So
love that.
they start passing out the merch, and Miz, or some guy in a hood, don't know who this is, pushes Johnny. Johnny was standing on top of the announce table. He pushes Gargano over. Gargano falls. Dexter kind of stumbles, and this hooded figure starts running away with the bag of money. Adam Pearce, from running, the hood had fell off, so you could completely see it's Miz now. Adam Pearce is standing at the top of the ramp like, dude, get your ass back in the ring. And the Miz is saying, no, this is my money. This is my money. And Adam Pearce is like, no, it's not your money. You owe Dexter. And he gets back in. He gets back in the ring. He gets back in the ring, and Johnny Gargano starts calling him Mike. Miz is saying, it's the Miz. And Johnny Gargano's saying, Mike. And he's saying, it's the Miz. And Johnny Gargano pretty much says, you know what? Next week, we're going to hang this money above the ring, and you're going to fight Dexter in a ladder match. And the Miz is saying, I need this money. And Johnny Gargano's saying, no, you don't. We all know you're rich. And he says, I am very rich, but, this is my money. And, Maurice takes care of my money, and I only get an allowance of it. And
What?
Johnny starts making fun of him, and then the Miz says, oh, Candace handles your money. And Johnny says, oh, good point. And, bro, just fucking, dude,
Cut it all.
I swear to God, I swear to God, next week better be the fucking end of this. I am so
It better.
sick and I am so tired of doing and seeing this bullshit with these two and then putting none other than Johnny Gargano in the middle of it is what absolutely irks me the most.
It's horrible, bro. It's a damn disgrace.
It really is. It really fucking is, man. I mean, just utterly ridiculous, bro. Utterly ridiculous. It needs to end, and it can't come soon enough.
I'm telling you, bro. It's gotta end. It should have ended.
Candice LeRae got a clean victory, or sorry, Io Sky got a clean victory against Candice LeRae.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. They won something.
Elias does a tribute concert for Matt Riddle before losing to Solo Sikoa. Kevin Owens, or Elias tried to get Owens to be in his corner for the match because they took out Riddle, and Kevin Owens said, you know, I didn't forget what you did to me earlier this year with the Kevin Owens and Ezekiel stuff. So, you know, Elias is like, look, man, that was my brother. And Kevin Owens starts going all crazy again. But it looks like he ended up coming out and helping the man anyway. So he comes out with a steel chair to fend off Solo Sikoa and his attack. So that was that. Okay. Just so dull. Dull.
Exactly. Although, even though that storyline was pure garbage, I like how they bring up old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just discard it. I mean, good dog shit or not, it happened.
Definitely.
So the fact that these two are interacting each other, it's nice to see them bring it up. Because if it was under Vince, they would have just not brought it up at all.
He would have been like, "Oh yeah, buddy," like they were best fucking
yeah.
friends, and like nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
So, Asuka
Hell yeah.
faced Rhea Ripley on this episode of Raw, man, and man, was this interesting.
Yeah.
Asuka has been teasing for a really long time on Twitter, a couple weeks now. She has been teasing this new character, or I guess kind of like a retired character from her days as Kana. And man, this was really weird to see, bro. This was really fucking weird to see. Asuka comes out here tonight with no face paint. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that this damage control group is officially gone away. This group, you know, now Alexa and Bianca are facing each other, and Asuka is starting a storyline arc of her own, which is what I believe to be her going back to the Asuka that we know and love. So,
which is great.
She has Rhea Ripley in the Asuka lock. Dominic Mysterio puts Rhea's foot on the fucking on the rope.
I'm dead.
And he's saying, "Come on, mommy. Come on, mommy." It's like a little fucking child. Asuka gets up, missed Dominic in the face. Rhea then pushes her into Dom, gives her the riptide, and she gets the victory over Asuka, man, in what was a pretty damn good ending to this match, and it is going to be very interesting for Asuka's character development going forward. And then there was a video package, like a backstage segment in the back of Rhea hugging Dominic, trying to get all the mist out of his eyes, and he's just saying, "Oh, mommy. Oh, mommy." It's fucking funny as hell, bro.
Such a little pussy. I love it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's so great.
It's fantastic, dude.
Love it. The little weasel.
So, in the main event of Raw, I was actually I was a little upset because I thought that we weren't going to get Seth. I thought that we were not going to get Seth on the show tonight. What did Buddy Matthews tweet out about that? I gotta see. Let's see.
He tweeted something about, Rhea Ripley's all his or something.
Buddy Buddy Matthews. Let's see. All mine. At Rhea Ripley is all mine. Bruh.
The fuck.
That's funny. So Dominic, or no, my bad. What am I doing? Sorry. So I thought we were not going to see Seth tonight, and I was pretty upset about it. But then I remembered, I don't know if they announced it last week, but they, announced that Seth and Bobby Lashley were going to have a match for the number one contender spot. Actually, I think I do remember. I just completely forgot about it, that they announced it last week. But so they had a number one contender match for Austin Theory and the U.S. title. And this got a decent chunk of time in the ending to Monday Night Raw, and this was a damn good match, bro. This was a damn good match, as it always is with these guys. Just great. Just fantastic, man. It was really good. It was a really good match, and this match ended, and I love this, how it literally took the smallest of mistakes from Bobby Lashley to lose this match. It was something that wasn't even anything, it didn't even have anything wrong to do with how Bobby Lashley went about it. It was just the quickness of Seth. The ref was kind of hurt, and Bobby Lashley was, trying to get him out of the corner so he could set up the spear. So once he gets the ref out of the corner, the ref kind of stumbles away, and Bobby Lashley sets up for the spear. He goes to go for the spear, and Seth counters it into the pedigree, rolls Bobby over, and super, super quickly pins Bobby Lashley 1, 2, 3. So it was literally the smallest of mistakes on Bobby Lashley's part that costed him, and also the quickness from Seth Rollins that mattered the most for him in the end and got him the win. So Bobby Lashley, this is a little weird, bro. So Bobby Lashley's on the outside of the ring, and he is, he's shoving referees, and he's super pissed off. Adam Pearce comes running out there because of what had happened a couple weeks ago when he speared one of the officials. Adam Pearce comes out, and he's telling Bobby Lashley to calm down. Bobby Lashley grabs his face and pushes him. So Adam Pearce runs up to Bobby Lashley, and he says, "You're fired."
Shit.
And he fires Bobby Lashley, bro. As I seen you guys were saying
that people believe it's fucking real. People, why would they say that on TV? Bro, who would announce that someone's losing their job on live television?
Seriously,
fucking morons.
Bro, I believe, yeah, let me go up now that my mouse is working. Let's see. I believe you guys said something about it on here. Huh. Did you? Or was I just seeing shit?
They did somewhere there.
Oh, Belle said this a little earlier. She says, "Do people on Twitter know the Bobby Lashley being fired stuff is kayfabe, or are people really that stupid?" Yes. That is the short answer. These wrestling fans genuinely believe that Adam Pearce has the power to fire anybody on live television. Bro.
Literally, bro. Literally.
So Bobby Lashley's just standing on the ramp, and he just keeps screaming at Adam Pearce as Adam Pearce is walking away from him. he just keeps screaming, "I'm what? I'm what?" And he sold it really well, but I will say, I got to bring this up. Adam Pearce has become genuinely a decent on-air authority figure. He's great. He's not
Yeah.
taking shit.
He's not taking shit, and he's not there too much. The only things I need from in that position, bruh, I like it. It's not been
Yes.
bad. I like it way better than it was doing a while ago, man. So I like what they've been doing with that. And the Bobby Lashley, what they did on TV, I think it goes well with what's in the news on Friday. So I think they're setting up a certain match for Royal
Royal
Rumble
Rumble
because
instead of Mania. Yep.
my guess is the storyline's gonna go Bobby Lashley's just gonna rampage through this show every week. Who's the only person they could call to try to stop him? I think that's what they're setting up, man, and that's gonna be interesting.
It is. And that's my guess too. I think he's going to, I think he's going to just be a menace, and then they're going to eventually end up calling Brock.
I think Punk had a word.
Yeah, right. So, so I think they're going to eventually end up calling Brock, and then I think that will lead to Lashley and Brock at the Royal Rumble. And if Lashley wins, he gets his job back. If Brock wins, Bobby Lashley stays fired, I guess, or maybe he has to go to SmackDown or something.
No. Bro, gotta go to NXT.
Oh fuck! I'd lay on the fucking floor. Hell no, I would lay on the damn floor. I'll take my pink slip. I'm not going to fucking NXT. Hell no.
I'll just fucking walk out. Just call me Punk.
Honestly, or if that was, imagine that was the stipulation. You either get rehired or you got to go to NXT. I'd be fighting for my fucking life out there.
Dude, I swear to God, I'd be trying everything in the world to fucking win that goddamn match.
Yeah. Oh man, that would be. Ugh.
That'd be fucked.
That would light a fire under his ass for sure. I think I'd do that, man. Why not?
100%. That'll make him fucking win that goddamn match.
Bobby Lashley will look like a monster if you probably hung that over his fucking head. Yeah, man, but I think that's where they're going. I think that's where they're going since it seems like they're not going the since it seems like they're not going the Bobby and Brock route for Mania. Instead, they're, looking for Brock and Walter. So we'll definitely talk more about that on Friday. But it definitely seems like maybe those plans have shifted to the Royal Rumble for sure.
Definitely. It looks like it, man. Definitely.
100%. 100%, man. So I was a little shocked by it, but you can see where they're going. You can see where they're going with it, definitely. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw, and that was the week of professional wrestling, man. So not too bad. Great episode of Dynamite, and unfortunately a pretty dull episode of Monday Night Raw, man. So yeah, that was that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was that, and yeah, man, that's about it. So with that, it looks like that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This has been episode 121. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with us, whether you're watching on the replay or you're watching on the live chat. We thank you guys so much. We love you guys. Durante here and Bell here. Again, Bell, I hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better. I hope it goes away soon. So, yeah, man, we're praying for you. Hope you get better, man. And thank you for stopping by, man. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, I'm sure you're laying there sick as hell. And the last thing you want to do is hear two idiots talk about professional wrestling, and you're with us, and that means the world, man. That means the world.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you.
Absolutely. So yes, I hope you feel better. And again, thank you so much, man. We love you guys, and it is always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, man. This has been episode 121. And again, thank you guys so much. We love you guys. Actually, when I was sick, podcasts weren't too bad. But regardless, thank you, Bill. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when that what you talking about, Willis? The thrill is gone, the black Frank White is here to excite, throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless, guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze cats till my clips is empty, don't